All right, so, but this is like just some information because, you know, we're all in the same boat of aging. No one is not aging. So this is just information. Please ask questions. That's why we're doing this, is to get you guys information. So senior fitness, the benefits of exercise. And I think it's kind of funny to talk to you guys about it because clearly you already know, but maybe there's some stuff that you didn't know. So regular exercise provides a myriad of health benefits in older adults, including blood pressure, diabetes, lipid profile, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, neurocognitive function. Regular physical activity is also associated with decreased mortality and age longevity, which you guys all know that. That's why you do this. Like, you're not just doing this because you're bored. There's a bigger reason, which makes me happy. So currently up to 75% of older Americans are insufficiently active to achieve those very health benefits. Fewer contraindications to exercise exist, and almost all older people can benefit from additional physical activity. The exercise prescription consists of 3 components: aerobic exercise, which you guys do because I know some of you do your Zumba, you know, if you do walking, if you do swimming, that's great. Strength training, that's what your classes with Sherry with the weights and resistance bands and balls, and then balance and flexibility, and that's your chair yoga. So if you're doing any of those, you are already doing the very 3 components that will get you all those other elements. So good on you. If you're not doing one of those, maybe you can think about doing one of the classes we have here, or if there's something that you like to do that. But stay active as much as you can with those. What are the benefits of exercise? We know this. It provides, they like the word myriad a lot. They provide a myriad of benefits. Improvements in cardiovascular, metabolic, physiological health, and cardiovascular fitness, although not directly correlated with health benefits, is a determinant of functional independence, which you guys know. I say that all the time. The reason why I push you guys and I do not treat you like a certain age, which I think is ridiculous, is because I want you to be as independent and completely functional all on your own without anybody's help for as long as you can. You know, because no one wants help in that way. Everyone wants to do their stuff as long as they can on their own, and that's what I want for you guys, myself included. Up to 1/3 of age-related decline in aerobic capability can be reversed with prolonged aerobic training, and that's those things we talked about. With 6 months, a minimum of 6 months or more, you can change. So even if you're at a spot where things aren't where you want them to be, give yourself a minimum of 6 months and you can change whatever is going on. You can always do it longer too. You can do it forever. I'm not going to read all of that. That's a lot. Endurance activities help you do things that, you know, you guys would probably enjoy doing. Keeping up with your grandchildren during a trip to the park, if you like your grandchildren. If you don't have to spend time with them. Dance to your favorite songs at your next family event. Rake the yard and bag up leaves. Yeah, that sounds like a good one. I'm sure you guys are like, can't wait to rake the yard. Strength training will make it easier to do what? Lift your carry-on bags into your own hand bin at the grocery store, carry those groceries, pick up bags of mulch. Why do they want you guys to do yard work? I think that's interesting. I think you guys don't have to do yard work. You should pay people to do yard work, unless you really like it. Balance exercise helps you do what? Turn around quickly when you're on a walk and hear a bicycle bell behind you, walk along a cobblestone path without losing your balance, stand up on tiptoes to reach something on a top shelf. And a lot of those things are what I think about during our yoga classes, is why I want you to reach for things in different positions, because, you know, we get used to movement in just a certain way, but life doesn't just operate that way. So I want you to have like a 360 range of motion for all of you guys. Flexibility exercise make it easier to bend down and tie your shoes, look over your shoulder while parking, and then stretch to clean your house or to reach areas of the house. They got you guys doing a lot of manual labor. I don't know if I like that. I mean, you guys got to do yard work, you're cleaning your house, but I guess you all do. Flexibility is a key component in an exercise program, especially for older, inactive adults, and a necessary thing at the end of each workout. Tight muscles will reduce body's range of motion, can affect balance, reduce fluidity to the joints, and reduce the ability to perform daily tasks. So slow, easy stretches are important to do for the lack of elasticity in the muscles. That whole thing I just showed you on the floor, that is slow, easy stretching. In your bed, it's comfortable, it's not high intensity on your body, and it'll feel good, and it will benefit you. So That's why I always want to give you guys stuff that actually benefits you. Because as a side note, sometimes I think gyms specifically will give you stuff, but I'm not sure how useful it is. You know, it's only useful if it benefits you. So if you're not getting anything out of it, then it's not helpful at all. So progressing to deeper stretches will begin to reduce discomfort with the muscles that are accustomed to strengthening. So at first, whatever's tight in your hips or whatever may feel uncomfortable, but the more you do it, it'll start to loosen and feel better. And then you'll have more flexibility in your life, right? So frequency for stretching, they recommend 2 days a week. So if you come here Wednesday, Friday, that's your 2 days. If you don't come here Wednesday, Friday, if you can do any of that slow stretching at home, that's gonna be good for you guys. That's what I want. Stretch to the point of feeling tightness or a little bit of discomfort, and hold your stretch for 30 to 60 seconds, which is actually a little bit longer than what we do in here sometimes. But today we did that one on the floor that I showed you for a lot longer. So the longer you can hold something without having it be painful, the better it will be. So I like to just do something as quickly as possible, move on to the next thing. Don't do that when you're stretching. Try to like be in there until it starts to bother you too much, and then just stop. But each time that bothering part will get less and less. Any physical activities that maintain or increase flexibility using slow movements that determine a sustained stretch for each major muscle group are either static stretches rather than rapid ballistic movements. So slow, deep stretching always will be good. Strength training for seniors, you guys do this 2 days a week in either Sherry's class or Jen's class. Intensity, moderate intensity is great. You don't have to go 100% every time. Light intensity for older adults beginning a resistance program is not measured. Intensity can be prescribed between moderate and vigorous. So intensity on a scale of 0 to 10, you can work in 0 to 3. You know, you don't have to be at 10 at all. Low is okay too, because it's still good. Progressive weight training program or weight bearing calisthenics like stair climbing, other strengthening activities that use major muscle groups. You know, just do whatever exercise it is, try to do more than one set. So if you do one round, like you do 10 of something, try to do 3 sets of 10. You want to give your body repetition, okay? That's what we do up on the gym floor too. We always do like 3 sets to build strength, okay? So strength training is really good because the positive benefits of aerobic exercise are widely accepted. The importance of resistance training, like weights, in older population has become increasingly apparent. Muscle strength declines 15% per decade after the age of 50. So from 50 on, you're losing 10% of your muscle strength. 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, 110, 120, because that's how long you guys are gonna live. You're gonna live forever. So this is principally the result of the loss of muscle mass, and that occurs to a greater degree in older women than men. So you wanna make sure that you do this strength training stuff, your weights, your resistance bands, the stuff you do with Jen and Sherry, keep doing that, because that is making you guys stronger. You may not even notice it, and that's great, because that means you're not losing anything. So if you notice that you're just kind of the same and you're like, well, I don't know if I'm getting anything out of it, I'm staying the same. Staying the same is great, because technically you're supposed to lose. So just stay the same and you're great, okay? The rise in heart rate and blood pressure with resistance work is largely proportioned to the percent of maximum concentration. Consequently, minimum lifting, routine workout, housework can produce a dramatic rise in rate pressure product in a weak elderly patient. So even stuff like cleaning your house and yard work is good. You know, that just seems like a chore, but it's good for you. I'm not saying I recommend it. It's my least favorite thing to do. So cardiovascular fitness for seniors, a walking on a treadmill or a pedaling on a spin bike or recumbent bike is a great starting point. Warm up the muscles and joints sufficiently so the rest of the workout can progress smoothly. So all that exercise you do, walking, swimming, biking, you know, I don't know if you do, some of you paddle or stuff like that, keep doing it. On days when you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this, don't not do it. Do it. It's good, okay? You guys have such a big, holistic, what do I want to say, profile of how you maintain your health. You're rare. You're not the average person. So now that you've made this part of your lifestyle, keep it. If you can just maintain this, you're great. It's the people that haven't done this their whole life that have to fight to get to this point, that then they have a lot of work to do. But you guys already have it. So no matter what, as long as you still can do it, do it. Make yourself do it, okay? It's keeping your quality of life right where it is. So I'm not gonna read that one. Type anything that does not impose excessive stress. Walking is the most type of activity. Aquatic exercises, cycle bike exercise are great too, with limited tolerance for weight-bearing activity. So that's all I got. That's all those sheets. The one sheet is way too long. It's the benefits of exercise and everything, and it talks about cardiovascular. Well, you know, if you do cardiovascular, it improves tons of stuff. Blood pressure, coronary artery disease, heart failure, you know that. If you have diabetes, either type 2, it decreases the, I don't even know what that word is. INCIDENCE, incidence, decreases incidence, okay. Improves the good cholesterol, decreases the levels, improves insulin sensitivity. If you have osteoporosis, it decreases bone density. Hip fractures, decrease risk of falling. Osteoarthritis, it improves function, decreases pain. If you have cancer, it can potentially decrease the risk of colon, breast, prostate, and rectum cancer, improve quality of life, and decreases fatigue, and then decreases all causes of mortality. It decreases the risk of obesity and improves symptoms in vascular disease. So the takeaway is keep doing what you're doing, okay? Don't stop. I have clients that tell me all the time, oh, 20 years ago I was super fit, I used to do this, and then I had an injury, I had a surgery, and I got away from it. And now they're 10 years older, and they're fighting to get back to a functional level, and they want to get back to where they were 20 years ago, and that's really hard. Every one of you in this room right now, you're gold. You're gold stars. So don't lose your gold stars. Keep doing it, even on days that you don't want to, because all you're doing is creating independence for yourself. And that's the biggest thing. Because as we get older, none of us want to lose the lifestyle that we have. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm really proud and I'm really honored I get to be with you guys every week. You mean a lot to me, and I truly want the best for all of you. So that's all I got. Thanks for listening. Thanks for staying.